Cape Verde is geared towards the next general election scheduled on October 17, with outgoing President Jorge Carlos Fonseca having indicated that the runoff will take place on October 31st. The presidential decree setting the date for the runoff was issued on July 27th and went into effect immediately. The municipal elections were held in October 2020 and legislative elections in April this year. The head of Electoral Commission, Alinda Shont, has guaranteed a free and fair polls even as the preparations continue. Cape Verde's largest political parties, the African Party for Independence of Cape Verde and the Movement for Democracy, nominated Jose Maria Neves and Carlo Veig respectively. The two parties have great historical and political strength in Cape Verde and have largely dominated the country's political scene for nearly 3 decades. Jose Maria Neves, who is a former Cape Verdean Prime Minister, was elected 3 times between 2001 and 2016 and is also touted to win this election.
People rush to get on the Conakry Express in Guinea's capital. The train is carrying passengers for the first time in 10 months. The service had been interrupted in January after priority was given to cargo trains ferrying bauxite shipments used in the production of aluminum. The shutdown had hit Conakry's residents, who had to endure hellish traffic jams and high fuel costs, hard. The train transports more than 3,000 people per day. Now we have this good news. I'm very happy that the train has returned. I am at ease. I rushed this morning to get on board because I prefer the train. All Guineans are happy because we suffered when the train wasn't running. Operated by the State Railways Company of Guinea, the train provides 2 services per day between Conakry and its suburbs and passes through a dozen stations over a distance of 36 kilometers. A trip costs 4,000 francs or 36 euro cents. We transport more than 3,000 people a day. So it's a permanent cause of concern for staff, because if the train stops, we must have the courage to say it and take responsibility for it. It creates problems because when you see the people with the traffic jams and the advantages of the train, we need to apply ourselves and make sure that the train does not stop. This is what we promised our bosses, and it's what we're doing. The return of the Conakry Express eases some pressure off the city's road infrastructure, and its users will be hoping there are no more interruptions.
Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has rejected a ruling by the UN's top court which allows Somalia to take control of most of a potentially oil and gas-rich chunk of the Indian Ocean. The ruling on Tuesday comes after a dispute between the two countries over the issue.
While Kenya is not surprised by the decision, it is profoundly concerned by the import of the decision and its implications for the Horn of Africa region and international law generally. At the very onset, Kenya wishes to indicate that it rejects in totality and does not recognize the findings in the decision.
Like their president, some residents in Nairobi also appear disappointed at the court ruling.
We are not really pleased as Kenyans because our territory has been taken away from us. So our government is very steadfast. We are going to defend our border.
I think this is the right time as we, as the Kenyans, to defend our government, Kenya to defend its territory and boundaries. Because when we decide to give them an inch, they will take definitely a mile. So we are not after that. Whether Somalis will not agree with us, but that is the best thing that Kenya government has to do.
The judges unanimously ruled there was no agreed maritime boundary in force and drew a new border close to one claimed by Somalia. Kenyan runner Agnes Tirop, a 2-time world champions bronze medalist, has died. the country's track federation announced on Wednesday. The 25-year-old athlete was found dead at her home in Iten, in western Kenya, a town renowned as a training base for distance runners. Athletics Kenya said it was still working to uncover details of the incident, but it had been informed of Tirop's death. The federation said Kenya has lost a jewel. This is my friend who has left us under unclear circumstances. We have not yet accepted that it is Tirop whom we prayed for every day with so much hope to do mighty and good things in Kenya, and now she has been finished like that. We are not happy. According to Kenyan media report, she was found with stab wounds in her abdomen. Kenyan police say they have initiated investigations into the matter. There are revelations which came from her husband's family indicating that the husband had called his parents crying. He was explaining to them that may God forgive him because there is something he has done. Tirop won bronze medals in the women's 10,000 meters at the 2017 and 2019 World Championships and finished fourth in the 5,000 meters at the Tokyo Olympics.
Rescue ships scoured the Mediterranean in search of stranded migrant boats, making the now daily crossings from North Africa. But those who are rescued and taken to detention centers in Libya say they are tortured and their families extorted for ransoms. Their accounts come as a UN report last week found evidence of possible crimes against humanity committed against migrants intercepted at sea and turned over to Libya.
I was treated bad, maltreated, I was tortured, all because I couldn't pay the ransom they asked for. But luckily, as time goes on, I paid. Then I was freed. I was freed from living, from prison.
The gods don't have any pity for us, the black people. When they see us, they think that we are people who have already been abandoned and that they can do whatever they want with us. The Libyan Coast Guard is trained and paid by the EU to intercept and detain Europe-bound migrants in the Mediterranean. Some 26,000 have so far been stopped this year, but only 7,000 have been accounted for in official detention camps, according to the UN.